Hi, Benjamin Jaffe with SQ Law. I've done a couple prior videos, I'm not sure which order they'll be presented in, but one on robbery and one on theft. And those are somewhat related, and they're crimes of dishonesty, I guess they would be considered, but it's basically taking property. In the case of robbery, it's taking property from another person directly by force or threat of force. Theft is just the taking a property without authorization. So burglary is sort of the third prong of those types of offenses. Burglary refers to a breaking in of a dwelling with the intent to commit a crime inside, a felony inside actually. And the normal thing that we think of is someone breaks in intending to steal things, so to commit a theft, for example. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. If you're breaking in with the intent to maybe attack someone or hurt someone, it could be to commit a felony battery. If you're breaking in to commit a more serious offense, I've seen cases charged with the intent was to commit a rape. The intent was to, shoot at someone or something, which would be a high-level battery, potentially even murder, that sort of thing. So I've seen burglary charged in a lot of ways. I've even seen burglary charged as the intent to commit severe damage to a home, where there was an intent to commit felony mischief by damaging things in a substantial way. And so there are a variety of ways it can be charged, but the essential element of theft is to break and enter. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be a home. It can be a structure of some sort. It can be a business. It can be a occupied garage. That does get interesting. A detached garage is going to be treated very differently than a garage that's attached to a home, because one can be part of the dwelling and the other could just be a structure. So there are nuances to it. Another issue is if you break in, for example, you open someone's fence and enter into an area that's completely encompassed, that could be enough to justify a burglary charge. I actually had a trial where someone had broken into a fence, but there was one wall of the fence that was not there, and so it wasn't a completely enclosed thing. And so the guy was found guilty at trial. I disagreed strongly. We appealed, and we won on appeal, and the Court of Appeals said, no, it's not actually a enclosed structure, so it's only a trespass and or a theft or something like that. But that was many, many years ago. But the point is, there are significant challenges that can be made, significant facts that may play a role in the level that should be charged, and defenses that may be there. One of the most common defenses to this is, identity, whether they can prove the identity of the individual, what their intent actually was, whether they have a right to be on that property, for example, can be an interesting argument that I've had to kind of go through previously, where we had like a tenant or something like that who actually had rights to be there. So these are things you're going to want to have a good, qualified, experienced attorney you can discuss with. And one of the main reasons is burglary, it's a level 5 felony on its face. So that's already 1 to 6 years in prison that's potential. And it's this type of offense that even on a first offense, you could get some time in jail on. There's no guarantees you're going to get probation. It's considered a pretty serious offense. The issue is that if it's a dwelling or someone's home, boom, you're at a level 4 felony. And so that's a huge jump, and the likelihood of prison time is much, much higher. Beyond that, if someone's hurt during that entry, you're talking about an even higher level felony. If you are armed with a deadly weapon, you're talking about like a level 2 felony. And you are definitely going to prison if you're convicted of something like that. So that's the sort of thing that needs to be discussed with an attorney. That's the sort of thing that you need to be aware of if you're charged or there's an allegation of something along these lines. So again, you need a qualified, very experienced attorney to discuss things with you. And so if you are in that boat or you want more information about something that's been charged or alleged, you're welcome to reach out to our office, and I'm happy to discuss it more with you. Take care.